Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Largo Education. This is my first video. So, today we are starting with financial accounting. Let's begin with the chapter number 1 of financial accounting, that is Introduction to Accounting. First of all, we have to study what is accounting. So, accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner in terms of money, transactions, and events that are of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. So, let's understand the terms one by one. Art of recording means writing in the form of financial characters or maintain the transactions in the form of financial characters. Classifying means record the transactions under systematic and appropriate heads. Summarizing means presenting the data in a manner which is useful to internal and external users of accounts. Let's study what is the characteristics of accounting और इसको हम features और natures of accounting भी बोल सकते हैं. So, our first point is accounting is an art as well as science. अब आपके मन में क्वेश्चन आएगा कि अकाउंटिंग आर्ट क्यों है एंड अकाउंटिंग साइंस क्यों है. सो अकाउंटिंग इज़ एन आर्ट बिकॉज इट इन्वॉल्व्स एक्टिविटीज़ ऑफ रिकॉर्डिंग, classifying and summarizing, and science because it is based on rules and regulations. So our next point is recording in terms of money. All the transactions and events are measured in terms of money only. Okay. Our next point is recording of transactions. Accounting involves recording of transaction in appropriate books of accounts such as journal or subsidiary book. It means accounting involves recording of transaction in appropriate books of accounts such as journal or subsidiary book. Okay. Fourth point is classifying the transaction. Transaction records in the books of original entry, journal or subsidiary book are classified and grouped according to nature and posted in separate books known as ledger accounts. So, classifying the transaction means we have to classify our transaction in journal or subsidiary books, and then we have to post them in a separate book known as ledger account. Our fifth point is summarizing the transaction. It involves presenting the classified data in a manner or in the form of statements which are understandable by the users. It includes trial balance, trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. So, summarizing the transaction means we have to present the data in a systematic and understandable manner so that users can easily understand and use the data. Okay, so let's study accounting process. In accounting process, first step is transaction, second is journal, then third is posting, then trial balance, then worksheet, then adjusting entries, then financial statements, then last is closing books. Okay, let's understand one by one or step by step. First is transactions. Transactions, if there were no financial transaction, there would be nothing to keep record of. Transactions may include a debt pay off, any purchases or acquisition of assets, sales revenue, or any expenses incurred. So, transaction means day-to-day business events that affect the financial statement of a business. For example, sale in cash. Okay. Next step is journal entry. With the transaction set in place, the next step is to record these entries in the company's journal in chronological order. In debiting one or more accounts and crediting one or more accounts, the debits and credits must always balance. So, when we set all the transaction in one place, the next step is to record these entries in journal in chronological orders of date. Means 1 जनवरी की पहले रिकॉर्ड होगी, देन 5 जनवरी की रिकॉर्ड होगी, देन 8 जनवरी की रिकॉर्ड होगी. इट मीन्स डेट बाय डेट. ओके. सो this is for this reason journal is also called as chronological books of accounts. Our third step is posting to the journal ledger. The journal entries are then posted to the journal ledger where a summary of all transactions to individual accounts can be seen. It means, so when we record all the transaction in journal, then our next step is to post them into the ledger where we summarize all the transactions in individual accounts. Okay. Our next step is trial balance. At the end of accounting period, that is which may be quarterly, monthly or yearly depending upon the company, on our total balance is calculated for the accounts. So when we post all the transaction in ledger, our next step is to record a trial balance. So we make trial balance at the end of accounting period, that may be quarterly, monthly or yearly depending upon the company or business. So fifth step is worksheet. When the debits and credits on the trial balance don't match, the bookkeeper must look for the errors and make corrective adjustments that are tracked on a worksheet. So if debits and credit of trial balance do not match, then the bookkeeper must look for the errors. Okay. And then the corrections of adjusting entries that are found on worksheet. Sixth step is adjusting entry. At the end of company's accounting period, adjusting entries must be posted to accounts for accruals and deferrals. So, accrual and deferrals are the type of accounting entries where there is time lag in reporting and realization of income and expenses. So basically, accrual occurs before payment or receipt and deferral occurs after a payment or receipt. Our seventh point is financial statements. The balance sheet, income statement and cash flow statement can be prepared using the correct balances. So, after adjusting entries, we have to prepare balance sheet, income statements and cash flow statements using the correct balances. After this, our last point is closing. The revenue and expense accounts are closed and zeroed out for the next accounting cycle. This is because revenue and expense accounts are the income statement accounts which shows performance for a specific period. Balance sheet accounts are not closed because they show the company's financial position at a certain point in time. Thank you guys. Please like and subscribe my channel.